words. Now, assuming that we look on the bright side and we assume that we are going to have an election and the operation's not going to skip a beat on November the 8th, we're going to get it on, see if it's going to be the Republicans or the Democrats. How, now the name of the platform is Pollmole, is that correct?
Yes, like polling, to take a poll, P-O-L-L, and mole, like the little animal that digs deep in the earth, M-O-L-E, Pollmole, all one word. And Pollmole actually sort of came into consciousness, as I was about to say a bit ago, where it appeared that the elite on both the Democratic side and the Republican side were following a very consistent game plan of manipulating the election in order to select the people that they had sort of pre-chosen to be in this race, so that no matter who won, sort of like a Don King fight, no matter who wins, he wins. And I think that that's been the way for an awfully long time. And I wanted to understand how electioneering actually happened. And it's funny because in my business career, I've been honored to be able to have put together and designed some of the largest FDA-sponsored clinical trials in the United States for various indications. And, of course, a big part of that is reaching back to my math background. I was an undergraduate in my minor in math, and a big part of that was statistics. And, of course, statistics, I think everybody goes to sleep. When you just say the word, it's like, oh, yawn, But that's what the controllers depend on. They don't want people to be savvy when it comes to statistics and what that really means. And it's through statistics that elections are stolen. And there's a process called skimming. And it's a very sophisticated, very interesting, but relatively easy to understand process. I think most of your audience is probably familiar with shaving points, in a pro game, whether football, baseball, basketball, you get guys on the inside to, not do as well or to bring the points close, to bring a game close so that the bookies in Vegas can make a fortune because they've sort of rigged the game and had people on the inside shave the points. Well, electioneering is not that much different, except that you have to shave two things. You have to have fraud on two sides of the equation, and that is on the polling side, I'll explain in a minute, and on the election side. Because without both of them being rigged, you can't effectively manipulate the vote in an undetected way. And this is the key. It's not that Pollmole is going to prevent electioneering and manipulation of the vote, but it's going to detect it. And I can guarantee you that most sophisticated criminals, if they know that they're going to be identified right away, they're not going to commit that crime. And so Pollmole is designed to be not only a fantastic information gathering technology, where we gather polling at all 180,000 precincts across the United States in real time, 24/7. So it's not like normal polls that just select a few polls here and there and a few select cities and, you canvass a few thousand people. Our goal is to have a smartphone app or a tablet or a PC where it's downloaded so that we can have tens of millions of people providing us their opinions about who they voted for. This is a completely different animal. Because when you take a sample size, and again, I'm not trying to put your audience to sleep, but if you ask just a few people what kind of fish they like for dinner, or if you were to ask an entire stadium full of people what kind of fish they like for dinner, you're going to get a very different answer. And you're going to have a much more accurate picture of what fish people like for dinner when you ask a lot more people.
It sounds like about the smartest use for the smartphone. Everybody, it sounds like the smartphone is about to stop being dumb. Why don't we just take a little break here and get in some news and some other things and carry on our most singular conversation with Dr. Richard C. Davis. Dr. Davis, it's a real pleasure to have you with us. If you'll just hang in there for a second, we shall return shortly. This is Arc Midnight. Paul Rogers in Bad Company. I like that guy. I've met him a couple of times, and he's just a real mellow guy. He looks like some rough biker dude, but he's not. He's and what a great band. Anyway, yeah, it is all about crazy circles, and we are leaving the shadows behind. It's about time. Started on 12/21/2012, and I say again, I was in the left seat on Coast on the 22nd, which I I called it National Hangover Day. People were just so ready for a change, and you know what, everybody, the change is coming. Everything happens. Really, when you think about it, it happens. Well, I like to say it is God's time. It happens when it's ready to happen. And we've been sitting in the soft chair for a long time. It has made us less and less and less fit. And now it really seems like the country is galvanized. Whatever side of the argument, the political argument you find yourself to be, it's okay. Everybody's on their feet. They're going, we got to get in shape. We got to get ready. We got to get it on because left, right, up, down, sideways, whatever. We're in some pretty deep stuff right now. And there's only one way to get out of it, and that is to cowboy and cowgirl up and get it done. I want to just mention something very quickly. Actually, two things. I'm going to make it real quick because I want to get back with our guest, Dr. Richard C. Davis, M.D., Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy, retired. And I hope he doesn't mind my saying this, but oh my gosh, you talk about a genius level brain. I'm fixing to give him the old John B. Wells shotgun out the back door kind of a question here in a second. But I want to tell you quickly, the deal still stands that I rolled out to you last Saturday night, which is if you join us for $60 for the year, you got 601 programs waiting in archive right now, plus Arc Midnight is over on YouTube. We're going to get it up on the regular website eventually, but whatever. It takes time to get that stuff done. And the website is redesigned. It's a lovely situation. We have a news section there. The topics are of some import. I think you will find it very, very interesting. If you join for $60 for the year, which is nothing in today's dollars, considering that it's $45 for 6 months if you do a fractional investment in becoming a member with us. Well, it's $60, and we send you the DVD, Amerigeddon, directed by Mike Norris and produced by Gary Haven, for nothing. No postage, no shipping, no handling, nothing. It just shows up in your mailbox. So come on, what are you waiting for? As a matter of fact, I would like to have a really long conversation with Dr. Davis, and I'm going to see if I can get that going on. We'll talk about all kinds of things, but you got to be a member before you find out what they are. And the other one is Caravan Connect. It's a mechanism by which real community can be created by doing business with each other. We support each other financially, but we also help each individual business to extend its reach. I'm taking this right from our website, caravantomidnight.com. So come on, what are you waiting for? Welcome to the family. Bring it, and we'll be glad to have you. And you'll be treated like family, too. All right, Dr. Davis, I got to ask you something. The data gathering and analytics